The IET, the Institution of Engineering and Technology, here to inspire, inform and influence the global engineering community, supporting technology innovation to meet the needs of society. We'll be talking to Andy and Richard Crawley from CorCoach in Harrogate about their electric cycles.
At CorCoach we specialise in electric bikes. We try to widen market appeal through creating electric assist bikes and supplying electric assist bikes. We've been formed for about 18 months so far, and our main aspirations, I suppose, are to widen market appeal through electric assist bikes, and also we're looking at prototyping our own electric assist system that we wish to bring to market very soon.
Okay. The bike range that we do at CorCoach are factory built bikes, as well as a custom bike that we're doing at the moment as well in the Ghost range. Now they start at around about £699 and then go up from there depending on what kind of vehicle you want, really, whether it's a foldable bike, factory built bike, which I've talked about, or one of the Ghost in the Ghost bike range, which are available from £1,150, and they go up from there depending on what your requirements are, really, whether it's going to be a road bike or a full suspension mountain bike. They're all available, just in different setups. The kind of people that are getting the bikes at the moment, it's varied, really. So we go from say somebody wanting to commute without the sweat, without the pain, which works quite well, and then somebody may be recovering from a knee injury or hip injury where they can't really load up the joint or the muscle, so it's like a therapeutic type thing, but still allowing you to get out there and ride and be kind of out in the countryside. So varied people, varied ages, just different circumstances and so on.
Electric bikes operate through a user interface which is typically mounted on the handlebars. There are various styles of user interface, but the main goal of the user interface is to switch the bike on or off, and also the main purpose is to give feedback about the status of the system. So it gives you battery level, speed, distance travelled. The user interfaces into the central controller, which is essentially the brain of the system. This is an example of a central controller that could be hidden around within the bike frame. We also have on our minimal setup on the Ghost an integrated controller which is actually housed within the motor, and that helps us to reduce weight and wiring. But the goal of the central controller is to work with all the peripheral components of the bike, such as the display, the motor, and also a pedal assist sensor which activates the bike when you rotate the crank. It works on a Hall-based sensor which detects the motion of the crank and then applies a progressive power to the motor, which is a brushless rear hub motor. So that's really the functionality and how the electric bike works. The kind of range that you'd expect out of a typical system, you would be looking between 20 and 40 miles depending on the effort that you put in and the terrain that you're riding on. You do have various levels of assistance, so you can increase the level of assistance of the bike up to between level 1 and level 5, which allows you to conserve battery power if you have it on a lower level of assistance.
The benefits of the electric bike over your regular bike come into play really if you're commuting to work and you don't want to get there sweating, you don't want to be overheated and so on, so you could be straight into work. A lot of workplaces nowadays don't have showers, and they seem to be not too keen on integrating them into the workplace, so that's a huge benefit, really. The other side is the route that you take. You don't necessarily have to take the quickest route, purely because the electric bike is going to help you along, so you can pick something a bit more off the main roads, if you like, taking in cycleways using the whole cycle network, taking you more kind of on a scenic route if that pleases you. Hills aren't a problem, which is something that is a bit of an issue when you're riding for pleasure or on a commute. It takes the sting out of them, so it's a nice place to be. Overall, just a much more pleasurable place to be, I suppose. If you're not an athlete, it's a great place to be. Other sides are, I suppose, the economy side. The cheaper than taking a car or a bus, public transport. And certain surveys have shown that they're used twice as much as an ordinary bike, purely because of the pleasurable side of being out on them, I suppose. A route that you may think about doing that's 5 miles, you could go off and do 10 and still feel quite relaxed when you finish. So nice unit, good for everybody.
And remember that the IET's vision is to work towards engineering a better world. We inspire, inform and influence the global engineering community, supporting technology innovation to meet the needs of society.